Welcome to Coffee and Tarot with Mama T. My name is Teresa, and I am welcoming my Taurus friends and Spirit in for a reading for the month of November and Samhain. So, if you are a member of my community, you've already subscribed to my channel, I just want to extend my huge thanks to you. Really appreciate you being here and being part of my channel and helping me to grow. If you have not subscribed to my channel and you do like this kind of content, I am looking for my community. I'm looking for my people and trying to grow. And so if you would like to subscribe to my channel, it is free, and then you'll see me pop up in your YouTube news feed, or you can click the little notification bell so that you are notified whenever I post something new. If you like this video at the end, if you would give it a thumbs up, I would sure appreciate it. I am trying to, as I mentioned, grow my channel. Once I get to my first 100 subscribers, I'm going to celebrate by giving one of my community members a free tarot reading, and that could be you. I just need to know that you're here either through a comment or if your subscriptions are public, then I'll know that you're subscribed. And with that, let's go ahead and jump into your reading for the month of November and this Samhain period. This is a magical time of year in which we take our cues from nature and we rest and retreat and we release the things that no longer serve us. Just like the trees are releasing their leaves because they're too heavy for them to carry at the same time as trying to sink their roots deep into the ground. That is the way we are. We have things that we need to let go so that we can really focus in on our roots and our spiritual strength. And so this time of year is a great time for retreating, drawing inward, enjoying the darkness, and reflecting on how far we've come this year and where we want to go next year, and starting to build our plans in a quiet way, nothing too energetic right now. So I have already cleansed and prayed over and shuffled the decks that we are using for your reading today. And I have gotten a confirmation from Spirit with my pendulum that the cards that that are selected, that I have the right cuts on each of these decks. And we'll go ahead and put the camera overhead so that you can see them as the cards are drawn. And we'll go through and see what Spirit has to say for us. All right, so here we are. These are the cards that we'll be using for the reading for this month. We are using the Tarot of the Woodland Wardens and the companion deck, the Woodland Wardens Oracle, right here. And then we will also be using the Enchanted Garden playing cards from Boucher Designs. That's these cards right here. And then we will be using the Druid Plant Oracle and the Lantern Oracle. So without further ado, we will go ahead and begin. I'm just going to move these oracle cards out of the way so that we can focus on the tarot for right now. Okay, so our foundation card for the beginning of the month, we get the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is an energy of incoming messages or missions that are centered around emotions and love. The Knight of Cups is definitely emotionally driven and focused on love offers, and can be a little less mature than the other knights, but is, really tuned in with his emotions. And so it's typically a good omen. If you're trying to draw in love to you, then this is definitely a good omen for love. But it also is a good indicator of emotional harmony this month. Then the crossing energy, the card that will either be supporting this or hindering it, is the Knight of Arrows. Well, we get 2 knights in a row. So this is the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is, all knights are on missions. So the Knight of Swords is also on a mission, but this knight is on a mission of delivering words, thoughts, or ideas. This knight is charging into the direction of the past. This direction is the direction of the future. And most of the court cards face that future direction. But the Knight of Arrows is facing in the direction of the past and is just kind of charging off in that direction, bringing in some kind of new, fresh idea, some new opportunity that has something to do with communication. They're definitely a messenger, bringing in some kind of communication. The energy that you're coming from in your most recent past is the Empress. So the Empress is the culmination of all of the queens. She is the divine feminine. She's depicted here as a hare, which is appropriate considering how fertile and productive hares are when it comes to reproducing. She's surrounded by wheat and these flowers. These are all signs of, and this flowing water in the background. These are all signs of fertility and the focus in on creation. And it's not just necessarily, creating new life, but also creating, anything on the creative side, producing any kind of creative endeavor, and also being very in tune with emotions and that sort of thing. And so the Empress is definitely has that goddess energy, and that is where you've come from. Your most recent past is from this energy of prolific output and productivity and creation of one kind or another. And so you might be a little tired. The energy you're moving into is the Four of Swords. That's perfect. Yeah. So the Four of Swords is the card of rest. This is a card of retreat and taking rest. And if you don't do this proactively, if you don't make a decision to take that rest and that retreat that you need and that is built into this time of year, it's built in time for doing that very thing. This is on the wheel of the year. That is exactly what you should be doing. And if you don't do that, then the universe will give you a cause that will require it, like a sudden cold or the flu, or some kind of a minor injury that lays you up. But this card is definitely telling you it's time to retreat. Now, the Four of Swords, this is about getting past and beyond the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords card of grief and sorrow is depicted here by these 3 swords pointing down. The Fool here has accepted this grief and sorrow and is trying to recover and move on. And then this singular ace right here, the singular sword down here, it represents the ace and a new beginning. The card you're moving into, sorry, the energy you're moving into, and the card, I guess, is, and actually it's not moving into, you're moving into this here. This is your conscious desire, what you know that you want, and that is the Knight of Wands. So 3 knights so far. That is a lot of energy and missions and incoming opportunity. The Knight of Wands is, he also is very fiery and kind of charging off into the past, and but he's bringing in news of a new creative endeavor, some new creative opportunity. So something you are eager and excited, or you have this idea of some creative idea that you know you want to spend some time with this month. What your subconscious desire, what you're not really aware of, or what you don't see coming, is the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups is a card of celebration with friends. This is a card of community and happy togetherness. And you may not realize that this is something that you want, but it's something that is in your subconscious area of this reading. So you may, if you're like me, you've been going, and I'm a Taurus, you've been going through kind of a long hermit sort of period, and you are ready to emerge from that, despite the fact that it's the perfect time of year for that hermit kind of lifestyle. This card is saying subconsciously, deep down, you want some togetherness with your people. Okay, let's move these cards over. I started them off too close to the center. Your energy this month is the King of Wands. The King of Wands is, he's the most creative of all of the kings. He has ideas. He's an entrepreneur. He likes creation. He likes action. He likes things to get done, and he's willing to, he delegates a lot. He wants other people to do some of the creative stuff that he has on his mind. He will delegate that and trust other people to execute on his ideas. And so this is big entrepreneurial energy and creative energy. And so you've got that. That is what's coming up for you. Now, the energy surrounding you. Let me see, is this showing up in here? Yeah, it looks like it is. The energy surrounding you is the Ace of Arrows, or the Ace of Swords. So some new idea, some new opportunity is coming in from the environment around you. And this is an idea involving communication, or ideas, thoughts, or words. This is incoming news of that kind of an opportunity, and it usually comes in pretty quickly. The hopes and fears that you have this month are Three of Pentacles. So the Three of Pentacles is about teamwork, and it's about being a mentor. And it's really, it's either being a mentor or being mentored. And either one is applicable here. But you're being challenged to be the leader here. Display your expertise. Let yourself be seen. Take up space, and command an audience. Show people what you can do, and display your expertise. So you can see why that would be both a hope and a fear. Having that opportunity is great, but a lot of times people fear taking that spotlight. So that is the hopes and fears. And then your final outcome for the tarot cards for this month, we get the Ace of Pentacles. So you have 2 aces, 3 knights, and 1 major arcana, the Empress, which is very much it's not a Taurus card per se, but it is definitely has a lot of Taurus energy to it. The Ace of Pentacles is an opportunity or an idea of, it's like a gift from the universe of, it's a divine blessing. It's a manifesting, think about it like a manifesting coin. This is a magic coin being given to you by the universe saying, here, what do you want? What do you want to exchange this for? And you have to believe it. You have to live in it. You have to really focus in on it and believe in your worthiness of it. But it is definitely the power of manifestation coming in for anything that you would like in the earthly realm. Okay, those are some great cards. Let's look at the oracles now. Let's see here for the companion oracle for the Woodland Wardens oracle. You get the Cayman and the Poppy. And the key word here is dreams. So this really goes well with this Ace of Pentacles. The Cayman is a reptile that is notoriously slow moving, and the Poppy is similar. Let me see what this says here. That's the wrong guidebook. Let's look in the right one. The Cayman and the Poppy says, and of course this one is not alphabetized. Let's see if I can find it very quickly here. Okay, it's number 20. It doesn't help me much. All right, let's see what I can find. I'll be right back. Okay, I finally found it. The keyword is dreams, and it says here, exceptionally quiet and still, the cayman is an alligator-like reptile that spends much of its time in a trance-like state, which is why it's paired with the poppy, rousing only to snare its prey. Likewise, the poppy is closely associated with sleep. Since ancient times, the powerful sedative opium has been derived from its seeds. Together, the cayman and the poppy tell us about our dreams. Upright, the upright meaning of this card is a dream of yours is about to come true. Stay still yet alert like the cayman, and at the right moment, seize your opportunity with relish. So there's this dreams here, and this concept of rest in the Four of Arrows. So in the reverse state, which it didn't come up as a reverse, but I'm being asked to read that to you as well. Your head is in the clouds. Instead of dwelling in fantasy, think about practical steps you can take to achieve your wildest dreams. What have I dreamt about recently, and how can I make my dreams a reality? Are 2 questions that you might want to be thinking about. Okay. All right, now the next oracle, we will do the Enchanted Garden playing cards. And the card that we get here is the Queen of Clubs. And the Queen of Clubs says, it's on these explanation cards, she represents vision, confidence, inspired leadership, and power. So she must be similar to the Queen of Wands. So she has vision, confidence, inspired leadership, and is very powerful. So how can you embody those qualities for yourself as you're preparing to seize your dreams? All right, and then the next oracle we'll do is let's go back up here to the Druid plant oracle. And we get agrimony. That's what it looks like here. Agrimony. And let's see what the book says about that. Please be an alphabetized book. Okay, it says the keywords are purification, liberation, preparation for new beginnings. It is shown in full bloom, which is usually at summer solstice. And a more complete interpretation explains that this is a dispeller of sorrow used by the Druids. So if you have sorrow within you, then this plant or this card is bringing relief for that. It has a special property of helping to liberate people from depression and lethargy by eliminating negative energy from their aura and their home. If you've drawn this card upright, it may suggest that you're ready to let go of feelings, thoughts, or attachments that are no longer serving you. Agrimony brings a sense of purification and liberation that makes you want to step boldly forward into a new phase of your life, like the Knight of Wands and the King of Wands, or perhaps a new job or relationship. Any sorrow that you may have been feeling will be dispelled, and whatever negative energies may have been lingering in your home or workplace will soon vanish as swiftly as the night vanishes at dawn. Now, I drew this as reversed, but that was just because I think the cards were reversed. So that we are going to go with the upright meaning here. And then for our Lantern Oracle, we get a card that I also put in reverse that is not really reversed. The card is emptied. The ending and beginning lie at either side of the same door. The ending and beginning lie at either side of the same door. The same door can mean multiple things. There's a butterfly here of transformation. This woman is taking rest here, just like the Four of Swords. Looks like there's some kind of a leaf illuminated on her belly. Let's see what the guidebook says. Number 24. Emptiness can feel like the end of a no-through road. We do not see the feeling of despair for the chrysalis that it is. Upon emerging from a dark night of the soul is a gateway inviting us into a new way of being in the world. So, any degree of emptiness that you experience is a blessing. Like a womb, it has the power to birth new life. While our circumstances may seem to be in ruins and empty, trust that a process of renewal and fulfillment is happening within all that we cannot see. And on the door to every ending is a handle that opens into a new beginning. Trust that all that came before reached its conclusion and a necessary place and value, regardless of whether we recognize it. Everything you are everything that you need going forward. Trust that the universe is always meeting you halfway with the lessons required to advance you at your highest level. Your darkest moments are also your brightest blessings if you allow them to be the radiant beginnings that they are here to open up in you. So, very good. I like that. All right, that is your reading for the month of November, Taurus. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up on your way out, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks for joining me. Bye now.